Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Have you contemplated what you would do if you needed to survive a government debt crisis? Well, if you pay any attention to the news, you realize that other places in the world, people are having to deal with exactly that. We're all aware of what's going on in Greece, and if you're paying attention, you'll be seeing that similar things are happening in Puerto Rico, which doesn't seem possible because it's part of the United States. But they have different kind of laws, different kind of regulations, and so they're facing the same kind of default that like they're having in Greece. So that brings that a lot closer to home, doesn't it? Have you thought about having enough cash on hand? What if you went to the ATM and you found like they did in Greece? They were either closed or you could only get $60 per day. Would you be able to survive with those kind of circumstances? A good goal is to have 30 days worth of your expenses in cash that you have in a safe place so that you can access it should something happen and you can't get to the bank, to the ATM, or there's a problem. You don't want to find that you can't get the things that your family needs simply because you didn't stockpile up a little bit of cash. Also make sure you have small bills so you don't have to give a $20 or $100 bill just to get a carton of milk or something. Make sure you have small bills. Do you have 30 days worth of food on hand? Is it food that you're familiar with and you know how to prepare and your family will eat? It isn't that hard. Think about the things you eat every day and put a few extras of those aside. And try to plan a few of your meals around things that don't require refrigeration or complicated preparation so that if you're tired, it's snowing, or you can't get to the store, you can still open something and warm it up somehow and feed your family a nice hot meal. Are you preparing a stockpile of water? We can't live without water. Do you have at least 2 gallons per day for an extended period of time for everyone in your family? And do you have a way to purify water once that water runs out? That's a very important thing that everyone needs to be considering. Water takes up a lot of room, but it's something that we cannot live without, so make sure that you're making the choice to find a way to store that. Then are you thinking about basic supplies? What if there's an interruption to the supply chain? Do you have prescription medicine that you rely on? Do you have a little bit of extra put aside? Put aside things like toilet paper and sanitation supplies that you know you can't live without. Make a plan for emergency heat and light so that you can be safe and taken care of. The thing that frightens me probably the most is the idea of civil unrest. So how do you prepare for civil unrest? Well, you want to make sure that your home is safe and secure. Shore up your locks. Make sure that you have things like motion lights outside and that you fortified your doors and things so you can't easily be a victim. Make sure you keep your doors and windows locked because it's a crime of opportunity. People will move on to the first unlocked door, so make sure they pass by your place. Get to know your neighbors. You don't have to tell them all about yourself or your supplies or your plans, but you want to at least be familiar with them, and so that should there be a problem, you have people you know and you can perhaps rely on each other. In case you need to evacuate, make sure you have a plan of where you would go, how you would get there, and what you would do when you arrived. Be sure you continue to prepare because the future is uncertain. We never know what's going to come along. It could just be a big snowstorm. It could be an earthquake. It could be a government default. We don't know. But if you continue to prepare and think of it as lifestyle insurance, you want to prepare so that you and your family will be okay no matter what comes along. Please make sure that you're doing the planning and preparation for your family. Learn more at alaskagranny.com and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.